Okay, this is a recapped Mac Classic II board from this Macintosh. I got this Macintosh at a garage sale about a month ago and tried to turn it on. The screen had basically white and black alternating lines across it. Looked up online and found out that it was the capacitors. So if you can see all these tan bits, these are the new capacitors. The old capacitors were surface mount capacitors that tended to fail. I did initially attempt to do this myself. Replacing surface mount capacitors is a little bit trickier than other capacitor replacements I've done. Needed to get the help of my soldering ninja friend Greg. So went over there yesterday. I just took the board and we met, and he helped me. Well, he mostly did. Got all the capacitors back on. One of the mistakes I made was over here. I actually pulled the pad off the capacitor surface mount, and he had to do a little wire fix to restore the traces that were damaged. As soon as I did that, I stopped. I knew that I was out of my depth. My friend Greg has all the really good equipment. In fact, one of the things he used to remove the surface mount capacitors was a little heat gun, like a little mini heat gun about the size of a soldering iron. So he has a lot of good equipment, a great soldering iron. Brought in some beers, and he got the passwords released on the board. So the trick is right now, I don't know if this will work or not. I'm going to put it into the Mac right now, and then if it works, if it comes up, I will also try and play this game. I have one Macintosh game from a long time ago, and I'll just pop it in the floppy disk, see if it works. First, I've got to crack the case open, and I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. Okay. So opening a Macintosh Classic case, the only tricky thing is having the right tool. It's basically 4 screws. You can see one there, one there. The tricky screws are the ones that are deep inside there. You need a really long hex wrench. So I actually managed to find this hex wrench, and you can see that it's had some of it cut off. That's because with that cut off, it actually just fits and can get those screws out. So that's how I can open these Macintosh cases now. So again, gonna crack this open, put in the new motherboard, and try and play a game if the Mac boots up. So that's going to be the question. Okay, so the motherboard actually just slides in on rails here. I need to attach, as it goes in, I'm going to attach a bunch of cables. It's the hard drive, the floppy disk, and the power cable that powers the motherboard. Slight risk of electric shock. Have to be really careful opening up these cases with the monitors attached. They can have capacitors that hold a lot of charge. So I'm going to get this reattached, get the case back on, and then see if this fires up. Okay, this is the moment of truth to see whether we have a functioning Macintosh or a non-functioning Macintosh. Capacitors could blow, have no idea, going to reach back and apply power. So there's no smoke. That is a good thing. It means the capacitors are in. I'm not getting the black lines right now, which is also a really good sign. I get the little Macintosh symbol. I did not get that before. This is looking fantastic. Welcome to Macintosh. We seem to now have a repaired Macintosh. Thank you very much to my friend Greg and his soldering ninja skills. Once again, after I have to hook up the mouse and keyboard, I can actually throw this game in and see if I can play it and plug around a bit. But that is a working Macintosh. That's fantastic. So proves it was the caps, and replacing caps can make these old machines function again. So I have a Macintosh game disc, a game called Armor Alley. I have the floppy disk, newly working Mac, putting the disc in, and it pops up. still functions. See if the game can run and what it looks like. All right. So it looks like we have a functioning video game. I put it in demo mode because I didn't want to register right now. But game is running. Fantastic. So there you go. A resurrected Macintosh Classic II from a garage sale. Thank you very much.